Hello everyone. So today I want to talk to us on the need or the importance of how we can successfully walk our children through their academic journey together, parents and children. In fact, even adding the teachers. So how we can walk our children successfully through their academic journey. It's very, very important. As a father, as a mother, as parents, as caregivers, it is very important for us to check the school bags of our children. Very, very important. Check their school bags. Let's even start from there. Let's check their school bags. For me, in our house, I do check the school bags of my children. If I see any writing materials that I did not buy or daddy did not buy, we'll ask questions. As simple as eraser. As simple as eraser. If I see an eraser in your bag, a pen or a pencil in your bag that I did not buy for you or daddy did not buy for you, I'll ask that child questions. And if it is maybe the friend gave it to her or the friend gave it to him or that kind of a thing, immediately I'll tell that child the following day we are returning you back to school. As simple as eraser. So it's very important for us as parents from time to time, let us check unannounced. Just carry the bag and check. So it also starts from, we also have to know the writing materials we buy for them. Because you cannot identify or detect if this writing material is for this child or not if you're not the one that bought it. I mean, things like all this pencil, eraser. Again, another thing we can also do as parents, can we also go through their textbooks? Very important. Their textbooks, their exercise books. Very, very important. Let us do homework together with them. It might not be all the time because we are very busy. So the homework or the going through the books might not be all the time, but at least once in a while, let us make it very intentional to be checking their textbooks, their writing materials. Like the other day, I was reading a story book with my child, and the next thing I saw, Let Us Be Gay, in a primary 2 textbook, story book. Let Us Be Gay. And I post primary 2 story book with that kind of write-up, and my child was asking me, Mommy, what is gay? So I don't know. I just said, okay, don't worry, you know something? I went to the school the following day. I drew the attention of the school, and immediately they had to withdraw the book. So imagine that I had left that child all alone to read the book, the story book. Another thing too, I noticed that my child is always giving her exercise book to another of her school students to always copy notes. Goodness, where is this book? I gave it to my friend to copy notes. So it was not becoming too much. And when she gives, it will take like another 2, 3, 4 days before she can even get back the book. It was not once, not twice, not 2 times, not 3 times. So one day I now asked her, this your school and this your classmate that is always collecting this book for you. When others are copying notes, what does she do? Mommy, she always says she does not feel like copying notes. She's always saying she does not feel like copying notes. Immediately I stopped it. She should be copying notes while others are copying notes. And again, look at the reverse. The only time my child collected a notebook from our fellow student to come and copy notes in the house was when she was sick for 2 days. She did not go to school for 2 days. She was sick. So those 2 days, what they did in school, she had to bring the books and copied the notes at home. That was all. So I was not imagining. So if as a parent you don't observe all these things, you'll notice that at the end, either your child, while other students are copying notes, this child is not copying because this child is always bringing. And when I drew the attention of the teacher, when they ask this child, the parents don't even know that she usually she does not copy notes in the class. She's always taking somebody's notes home to go and copy. So it's very, very important. And while others are copying notes, she usually says she does not feel like copying notes. And so she prefers taking the notes to the house to go and copy. Another thing again for us to be very observant, what about their report card? Their report card, is it report booklet, is it report card? Very, very important. I know it is almost it is very tempting for us as parents to always check the position, but some schools these days, they don't put this is whether it's first, second, third, or fourth. They don't do that, but some schools they do. Like my children's school, they do first position, second. So I'm not thrilled by the first or second, though my children usually top the class, but I'm not always moved by either first, second, or third. What I take time to observe is the subjects. What did they score in the subjects, the test and the exam? If you study the subjects, you'll be able to identify the subjects that your child is struggling with and how you can help together with the teacher. If you go through that, that's what my husband and I do. We go through the subjects one after the other. And so for my child, I discovered that she needed to improve in Maths, French, and Hausa. So what did me and her dad, what did we do? We got her a French teacher to come home and a Maths teacher. So we got her French teacher and Maths teacher to come home and be taking her French lesson and Maths. Now for Hausa, I know how to speak Hausa, but I don't know how to teach Hausa. Also the same thing with French. That one said no go area, no go area. So we have to get her a French teacher and a Maths. But for Hausa, since I understand Hausa, but I don't know how to teach Hausa. So what I do is that I usually snap the topic that they were taught in school, then send to one of my very Hausa friends. She's a Kanuri, Khadija. So she will now do a voice note on what that subject. Immediately I listen to the voice note and I read, I'll grab it immediately. So you see, those were the extra efforts me and my husband did in improving the subjects that these children needed improvement on. And I tell you, when we tried that, she improved drastically in Maths, in French, and in Hausa. That is how to work together with our children through their academic journey. Because if you don't go through their writing materials, their textbook, their exercise books, if you don't do their homework together with them, if you don't study their report card, going through the subjects one after the other, you will not know the subject they are struggling with. So when you identify the subject they are struggling with, you begin to ask questions. Why are you struggling with this subject? What's really the problem? That's when you begin to hear, Mommy, I'm afraid of it. Mommy, I don't even understand. The teacher cannot explain well. The teacher is always putting fear. So when they tell you why they are struggling with it, you will now know how to be able to support them. And so when they begin to, like my child, there's a particular subject, when you just mention, she will just instantly tell you, I don't like this subject. I don't feel I'll pass this subject. The subject is too hard. So what I now do, I always try to make her see the positive side of the subject. I always encourage her, cheer her up and tell her, no, don't say you don't know. Say you know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. That you're the head and not the tail. So I usually tell her to repeat those words. And you say that this subject, by the grace of God, is going to be easy for me. And so when she keeps saying those words over and over, so I also develop extra time to take her on those subjects. Because I tell you, our children cannot know all the subjects. There are some subjects they will need improvement. There are some that they are very fantastic at. There are some that they will need improvement. So those subjects they need improvements on, we begin to come in and see how we can help them. Is it spending out time with them in the house, or getting a lesson teacher for them? Or again, another thing I and my husband do, we establish a very good relationship with their teachers. Like for me, when school resumes, immediately I go to the teacher, I establish the relationship. The mother, immediately a correct number, will begin to talk. That all those things I do is so that I can work together with the teacher and this child to be able to walk them through the journey of their academic pursuits. Very, very important. I'd like to read your comments in the comment section. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you so much.